Most people think manipulators win because they are louder, faster, or more aggressive. But Marcus Aurelius taught something far more dangerous than shouting or arguing. He believed true power is the ability to remain unshaken when someone is trying to control you. Today's video, 10 Stoic phrases to silence manipulators instantly. Marcus Aurelius, is not about clever comebacks. It is about calm, controlled words that stop manipulation at its root. When someone tries to guilt you, provoke you, twist your emotions, or pull you into chaos, they expect a reaction. Marcus Aurelius knew that your reaction is their fuel. Remove it, and they collapse on their own. These phrases are quiet, composed, and emotionally detached. They don't escalate conflict, they end it. As you listen, remember this: you are not learning how to dominate others, you are learning how to protect your inner peace. And once you master that, no manipulator can touch you. The first Stoic phrase is simple, but it is devastating to manipulators. I hear you. That's it. Nothing more. No explanation. No defense. No emotional reaction. Manipulators thrive on forcing you to justify yourself. They want you to argue, to over-explain, to prove your worth. When you say, I hear you, you deny them that battlefield. Marcus Aurelius wrote that we should observe events without adding our own judgments. This phrase does exactly that. You acknowledge their words without accepting their narrative. Notice how powerful this is. You are not agreeing. You are not disagreeing. You are simply refusing to be pulled into their emotional trap. For a manipulator, this is deeply uncomfortable. They want you either submissive or reactive. Calm acknowledgement gives them neither. It signals that you are grounded, present, and unaffected. When they push further, repeat it calmly. I hear you. No change in tone, no irritation. This creates silence, and silence exposes their intention. Many manipulators will grow frustrated because they realize they can't control you through emotional pressure anymore. Marcus Aurelius believed that when you remain steady, the chaos of others reveals itself. This phrase is the first step in reclaiming control without confrontation. The second Stoic phrase cuts even deeper because it draws a firm boundary without hostility. That's your opinion. Manipulators often disguise their control as absolute truth. They speak as if their view is reality and your feelings are wrong. Marcus Aurelius warned against surrendering your inner judgment to others. When you say, that's your opinion, you are calmly separating their perspective from your identity. You are reminding both them and yourself that their thoughts do not define you. This phrase works because it is emotionally neutral. You are not insulting them. You are not debating facts. You are simply refusing to internalize their narrative. For manipulators, this is dangerous territory. They lose leverage when you no longer accept their framing of the situation. Say it slowly without sarcasm. That's your opinion. Let the words sit. You'll notice how often manipulators respond by escalating because they feel their influence slipping. That escalation is proof the phrase is working. Marcus Aurelius taught that you always retain control over your own mind unless you hand it away. This phrase is how you keep it. You are not trying to change them. You are anchoring yourself. And once you stop seeking validation or approval, manipulation loses its grip. These first two phrases may sound almost too simple, but that is their strength. Stoic wisdom is not about dramatic power moves. It is about quiet authority. Marcus Aurelius ruled an empire not through emotional reactions, but through discipline of thought. When you apply these words in real life, you will notice something profound. People who rely on manipulation begin to avoid you. They sense that their usual tactics no longer work. You become calm, unreadable, and grounded. This is not weakness. This is mastery. And as the video continues, you will learn more phrases that reinforce this inner strength, allowing you to move through conversations with confidence, clarity, and unshakable composure. The third Stoic phrase strikes at the heart of manipulation because it removes urgency, which is one of a manipulator's strongest weapons. The phrase is, I need time to think about this. Manipulators often rush you. They create pressure, deadlines, emotional ultimatums, or a sense that you must respond right now or lose something important. Marcus Aurelius warned against acting under impulse, reminding himself daily to pause before reacting. When you say this phrase calmly, you interrupt their momentum. You refuse to make decisions in an emotionally charged state. This is devastating to manipulators because haste is how they bypass your judgment. By asking for time, you reclaim your ability to think clearly. Notice how powerful this is. You are not saying no. You are not saying yes. You are simply stepping back. That space is where clarity lies. Many manipulators will try to push harder, guilt you, or accuse you of being difficult. That reaction is proof that they relied on pressure, not truth. Marcus Aurelius believed that anything worth agreeing to will still be valid after calm reflection. If someone cannot respect your need for time, they are revealing their intention to control rather than communicate. This phrase protects you from regret and keeps your decisions aligned with reason, not emotion. The fourth Stoic phrase removes another key source of manipulation: emotional responsibility. The phrase is, "I'm not responsible for how you feel." This sentence must be delivered with calm respect, not anger. Manipulators often weaponize emotions. They make you feel guilty, selfish, or cruel for not complying with their wishes. Marcus Aurelius taught that each person is responsible for their own judgments and reactions. When you say this phrase, you are not dismissing their feelings, you are refusing to carry them. This distinction is crucial. You can acknowledge emotions without owning them. Manipulators collapse when you no longer accept blame for their internal state. They may accuse you of lacking empathy. Stay steady. True empathy does not mean self-sacrifice. It means understanding without surrendering your boundaries. This phrase draws a clean line between compassion and control. It reminds both of you that feelings are personal experiences, not tools for coercion. When you stop absorbing emotional guilt, you regain mental freedom. Marcus Aurelius believed peace comes from aligning with what is within your control and releasing what is not. Their emotions are not within your control. Your response is. This phrase returns power to its rightful place. The fifth Stoic phrase is quiet, firm, and final. It ends manipulation without drama. "I've made my decision." Manipulators hate finality. They rely on doubt, hesitation, and reopening conversations until they get what they want. Marcus Aurelius valued decisiveness rooted in reason. When you say this phrase, you are signaling closure. There is no argument left to win, no opening to exploit. Say it once. Do not explain. Over-explaining invites manipulation back in. Silence after this phrase is your ally. Many manipulators will try one last emotional push. Stay calm. Repeat it if necessary, unchanged. "I've made my decision." This consistency shows inner authority. You are no longer negotiating your boundaries. You are honoring them. Over time, people learn that persistence does not work on you. This does not make you cold. It makes you clear. Marcus Aurelius believed that a person who governs themselves cannot be governed by others. This phrase reflects self-governance. It is not aggressive, it is resolved. And resolution is something manipulators cannot penetrate. As these phrases build on one another, a pattern emerges. You are not fighting manipulation directly. You are starving it. Each phrase removes a key resource manipulators depend on: reaction, urgency, guilt, and indecision. What remains is calm presence. Marcus Aurelius did not seek to control others. He sought to master himself. That mastery is what you are practicing here. With every interaction, you reinforce a quiet message: you are thoughtful, grounded, and unreachable by emotional games. This is the essence of Stoic strength, and it is why these words carry such power when spoken with composure and clarity. The sixth Stoic phrase is one that manipulators fear because it exposes reality without accusation. The phrase is, "I don't see it that way." Manipulators often try to rewrite events, shift blame, or redefine situations to suit their agenda. They speak with confidence, hoping you will doubt your own perception. Marcus Aurelius constantly reminded himself to see things as they are, stripped of distortion. When you say this phrase calmly, you are reclaiming your perspective. You are not arguing details. You are not attacking their version of events. You are simply stating that your inner judgment remains intact. This is powerful because manipulators depend on you abandoning your own view. Once you hold your ground, their story weakens. Say it without emotion, without explanation. Let the discomfort sit. If they push, repeat it. I don't see it that way. Over time, this teaches others that gaslighting does not work on you. Marcus Aurelius believed that no one can harm your mind unless you allow it. This phrase is how you quietly refuse permission. You remain respectful, composed, and unmovable. And in that stillness, manipulation loses its force. The seventh Stoic phrase may be the most liberating of all because it releases you from endless conflict. The phrase is, "This conversation is no longer productive." Manipulators thrive on dragging discussions in circles, exhausting you until you give in just to end the tension. Marcus Aurelius valued energy and attention as precious resources. When you say this phrase, you are choosing peace over engagement. You are not declaring victory. You are disengaging. This is not avoidance. It is discernment. You recognize when dialogue has shifted from understanding to control. Say it calmly, stand by it, and then remove yourself if necessary. Silence after this phrase is crucial. Do not re-enter the debate. Manipulators often panic when they lose access to your attention. They may provoke insult or play the victim. Stay steady. Walking away without anger is one of the strongest displays of self-mastery. Marcus Aurelius taught that you always have the option to withdraw into yourself. This phrase is that withdrawal in action. It ends manipulation not with force, but with dignity. As we come to the end of this video, reflect on what these Stoic phrases truly represent. They are not scripts meant to dominate others. They are tools to protect your inner world. Marcus Aurelius never sought to control people. He sought to control his reactions, his judgments, and his character. Manipulators lose power the moment you stop reacting emotionally, stop rushing decisions, stop carrying guilt that is not yours, and stop reopening boundaries you have already set. Calm words spoken with steady presence are more powerful than any argument. When you live this way, you no longer need to silence manipulators aggressively. They silence themselves through their own frustration. You remain composed, grounded, and free. That is Stoic strength. And once you embody it, no one can take it from you.